Hey, beautiful people. This is Allison, and it is, what day is it? Tuesday, last day in the month of June, and I am out for a walk. And let me tell you, it's hot. It's hot out here. It's around 5 o'clock, and it's still hot out here. But anyways, I thought I would record a quick video and just to check in on you guys. I usually record these videos when I'm out for my self-care Saturday walk. On my walks, if you haven't watched any of those videos, go check them out. But usually on Saturdays, I walk anywhere from 4 to 6 miles, and during the week I come to local high school and middle school and walk anywhere from about 2 to 3 miles. But I didn't get a chance to record a video this past Saturday because I had some things to do. But anyways, I thought I would just record this quick video and check in on you guys to see how you're doing. How was your weekend? And how's your week going so far? And also to really just chit chat with you. And for those of you, a little bit about the channel. If you're new on the channel, I provide just some basic holistic health and wellness self-care tips targeting Black women over the age of 50 to empower them, us, me, to live the life that we desire and deserve, age gracefully, and obtain optimal health. So with that said, let me get into this video. And recently I had to make, I would say it was a tough decision. It was a career, professional decision. I work as a consultant, and recently had got a new client, and on paper everything seemed to have been perfect. The hours, the rate, it was a decent rate, remote, doing something in the industry that I've been working in for the last 20 years, and I was part-time. So I thought, oh wow, this is going to be a great opportunity for me. Also expand the brand, just really build up the consulting business as I'm transitioning from working full-time traditional corporate work and to doing my own thing. And really, before I even started the week that I was scheduled to start the job, there was some hiccups, some red flags already before I started, but went on and moved forward with the job and the project, because it wasn't a job. Moved forward with it. Then when I got there, more red flags. And I noticed I was having to spend even more time than what was budgeted on my own personal time to just get the work done. It wasn't anything that I'd lacked. It was either ask for more hours, and if I'd done that, then the work was going to triple, because that meant I was going to be there. So it required that on my off time, because it just wasn't things just were a mess, I would say. And the more I thought about it, I was like, I don't think this is it. And my contract, the project was going to be short term, not too long. Again, on paper, it was working part-time, work from home, a 20-hour work week. I could still continue to grow my wellness business, but because the environment and things were just, it just wasn't working. And I don't want to say anything bad about the company, and it was just a lot. And so it required that I'm going to turn around and walk backwards up this hill. And I started noticing some changes in my body and how I felt. And I am one of those folks that I can take like a 10-minute power nap. And in fact, I pride myself on doing that, is being able to lay down and fall asleep within a minute. Usually like after a long day at work, or if I've been doing something and I just need just a pick me up or a nap. I pride myself on being able to do that. I train myself, but I noticed after I'm breathing hard because again I'm walking backwards, and I'm at this school over here. But yeah, anyways, back to the story. I noticed that I couldn't fall asleep, and even at night, I was really antsy and couldn't go to sleep at night. And then I noticed, I would share with my husband and my daughter, and that, what was going on with the job. And this is, by this time, it's about a weekend. And I was like, well, it's only 10 weeks. You can still, just push through it. And I take my blood pressure. Thank God I don't have to take medication, but I do have to monitor it, just to keep an eye on it, because when I go to the doctor's office, I'm sort of going into another subject right quick. When I go to the doctor's office, I get like white coat syndrome, and so for me, I have to monitor it when I'm in a comfortable environment at home, daily or every other day, just to make sure that it is not going up on a regular basis. So I keep a record of that. And when I go to my annual exam, they check the log, check the track. Okay, it's only when you get into the doctor's office that it goes up, you start tripping. So, but anyways, I started noticing that my pressure was going up maybe 5 to 10 points. And it wasn't like Monday. It was like every day. And my diet was still the same, still working out, but I could feel the difference in my body. My body was just feeling different. And it wasn't so much even with the work. The person that was leading the project was a young micromanaging. So I was like, okay, your health and this is not it. and you don't need to stay around here any longer for things to get better. You got to listen to your body. And 20 years ago, or when my daughter was younger, or I would have, just tough it up. It's a short time. You're just gonna have to suck it up, do what you need to do, make this money, and do what you need to do. But I realize at this stage of my life, there's too much at risk for me to be sucking up and doing what I need to do. It's my life. It's my life that's at risk. And I don't care how much money you have or how much money you get. Oh, look at the little, y'all see the, hey. I'm having to walk a little slower because it's hard out here. And I'm talking. But I was like, no, sister, this is a different season. And the stakes are too high. And thank God, I'm grateful. All of my needs are met. And I'm in a situation where, as I mentioned, I want to grow the business and some other things. And, of course, get money. But my health and my peace of mind, that's priority. I celebrated my 61st birthday in March. And my only child, got married in March. And maybe one day she'll have kids. They'll have children. But at any rate, even if they don't, I'm like, this is my time. This is my season. And you can't be going out like this, girl. So this is a no. And it was a hasty decision. I got into the second week, and it was confirmation after confirmation. They pushed the project deadline was real aggressive, but they even had to push it off. But anyways, back to the story. I was like, Allison, it's too much at stake here. It's not the work. It is how you feeling. And this thing is not only draining you, but you're starting to, your body feels different. And you're fussing. By the time you get off, you're complaining to whoever listened about the work. So that was, and I'm not a complainer or anything. That's not my who I am naturally. So anyways, I took a look at the contract, to reread it to see, because again, this is a consulting thing, so not like a job. Agreements were signed, so I had to make sure that I followed what the agreements were. So I looked and saw what my responsibilities were on my end to let them know when I was going to leave. And I prayed about it. Everything in me said, go. So I gave, my resignation along with proper notice that I'm not going to remain on the contract. All of my deliverables that I committed to doing, I made sure all of those things was done even before my last day. But it was a no. And after I sent it, I did it on a Friday before for the weekend, and my gosh, I felt so good. And usually I'll just add this, since I've been contracting or not doing your traditional 9 to 5, when Sundays will come, I will feel so good because I'm like, I don't have to worry about, oh, let me hurry up and go to bed, and because Monday morning is coming. So Sunday evenings became one of my favorite times of the week because I was no longer on anyone's schedule. I was gaining independence with my time. So the next thing to follow was gaining independence with the location and also financially. And I was thinking this job would add the 2 remaining ones, but it took up the time, and the more I got into the job, and the job paid well, but I'm like, I could be getting paid some more. But anyway, so I back to after I gave my proper notice, and I felt so good, and told my husband I went on and did it. He was like, oh, okay, I was gonna tell you that, but that had to be your decision. And so I'm grateful there that I have support. But yeah, that's a long story, I'm sorry. But that recent decision brought me to why I wanted to record this video, and to ask you a question, especially those of you that are over 50, 60, and have you come to a place in your life to where you have to look at if things are disturbing your happiness, your peace, draining your energy, your joy. So whether that be a situation or people or things, your career or job, and you've had to really just listen to yourself and exit. Have you come to that place? I tell you, as I mentioned earlier, had it been 30, 25 years ago, when my daughter was younger, or even when I was younger, and when I could just, let me just put this stuff in my back pocket and keep it moving, it's too much at stake here. And what's the most important thing to me than anything or anyone is me and my health. I've seen so many people that are my age or younger that are gone, or they have suffered some major health setbacks, and they're 50, 60, 70, and they're having some big health issues. So I've decided, let me listen to my body, and not necessarily be just quick to make a decision, but sometimes now at this point, when those red flags start going up, you got to get out of there. Because you could be holding all that stress in and not knowing what it's doing to your body. And especially women, your cortisol level starts to go up, and then you're wondering why you can't lose any weight. You gain the weight around your tummy area, and your body holds all of that. It holds records to everything that you're going through. And so this isn't a video on, hey, you got a job, it's not going right, or quitting. I'm not telling you that. I'm just sharing my story and want to check in with you guys to see, so whether it be a job or a business. In my case, this was a business arrangement, and I did learn a lot in that short time. I did learn a lot professionally that will help my business grow. I learned a lot personally about when it just comes down between yourself and the dollars, which one you going with? And in this case, through the grace of God, I was able to say, we're going with Allison and we're choosing her. And going by faith, I've always been covered and protected and believing God got me. I feel just really at peace with my decision. And God just gave me even more confirmation even afterwards, after I gave them the notice. You know, people start acting, you know, doing a little extra. But even with the extra, then I was like, no, I ain't doing that. But anyways, enough of that. I am going to enjoy my walk. But again, yeah, if you're still here, in the comment section, let me know if you have gotten to that place in your life where you've decided that, you know what, I need to choose me. I need to choose my health. Because when you look at it, so whether you have a family around you or children, especially if you're 50 and up, and everything that you could do right now to take care of yourself and not be a burden on them, are you doing those things? And sometimes that requires you make some tough decisions, and that might mean letting some things go. So with that said, I'm going to enjoy my walk. Again, I'm at a local high school and a middle school, so they're connected. So during this time of day, during the weekends, I come and walk. So I wish you a blessed life, and I shall see you in the next video. Take care of yourself. Bye.